This is my communication outline speech for 6 minutes. Here's my audience. Oh, there's the customer over there. Over here. See? Back. Car. There we go. Okay. All right. What can you buy with $40 billion? Just ask. Just ask your kids. They do it annually. Yes, billion with a B. Billion with a B. Our children have become the main marketing target for many corporations. Some companies morally recognize their responsibilities, and others going full throttle, spending $15 to $17 billion to train our children to buy the right soda, the right T-shirts, to go to the right restaurants, and even the colleges. You may have not even thought twice or noticed it, but I bet you have received purchasing advice from the kids that are born to buy. Americans spent $10.7 trillion in 2012, with a lot of suggesting our kids strongly influenced $700 billion of this purchasing. $17 to $19 billion is spent to get our children to buy. Children under 14 spend about $40 billion annually. Compare this to the $6.1 billion 4 to 12-year-olds spent in 1989. Teens spent about $159 billion. According to the Federal Trade Commission, junk food companies spent $1.6 billion marketing products like Capri Suns, sugar cereals, McDonald's, and my favorite place where a kid can be a kid, branded licensed toys like the Hulk. They spent $22.3 billion in 2006. There are 40,000 Disney princess items on the market, as noted in the case for Make-Believe. In 2006, marketers spent $1.4 billion per month marketing to children, 15% more than the year before. Consistent exposure with product placement, ads on the web, TV ads, shows, in between songs, before, during, and after games, and on the school bus radio. There's product placement in all of their shows, on all of their games. They're getting addicted to branding. We have talked about how huge this is. Now let's consider how this evolved over the years. Kids have been a marketing consideration since the 1950s. In 1950, advertising was simple and inexpensive, with very few TV shows geared to the children. The exposure was limited. In 1984, the Reagan administration issued Executive Order 13563. This deregulated children's television, and this is where the explosion of toys becoming cartoons happened. The best-selling toys were based on the media: Transformers, G.I. Joes, Care Bears, Voltron, Cabbage Patch Kids, He-Man, Super Go-Bot, WWF figures, and My Little Pony. I bet you have a superhero in your house. And no, not the husband. In the 2 decades prior to deregulation, kids' consumer spending increased at a modest rate of roughly 4% a year. If you invest, you know that 4% a year is not the best return. Since deregulation, it has grown a remarkable 35% every year, an 852% increase in 2 decades. How would you like that return on your investment? Bombarded with constant marketing, our children receive 3,000 messages every day. Children ages 2 to 11 see more than 25,000 advertisements a year alone on TV. The average 10-year-old has memorized about 400 brands, and the average kindergartner can identify some 300 logos. From as early as age 2, kids are bonded to brands. Does your 2-year-old know what kind of box their favorite snack is in? Teens between 13 and 17 have 145 conversations about brands per week. That's twice as many as adults. It is being said it goes as far as influencing the college that they choose. Our children are not born to buy. Our children are being groomed to spend. They are marketed to relentlessly. We really need to unmarket them by explaining they are being sold. We should encourage our children to think outside of the ad, and yes, that was $40 billion with a B. What did your kids buy? And there's my, and then here are my, I don't know, these logos. You can see that way. There we go. I have my page of logos for my speech. There's the other one.